Hey, welcome to today's video. My name is Jay, and this isn't a video I thought I'd be making this soon. I just lost my job, and it sucks. And chances are, if you're watching this, you're probably in the same boat as me. So today, we're going to talk about 10 things you need to do after you lose your job.
Just don't get enough of me.
Okay, so the first and most important thing that you want to do after you lose your job is relax. It's going to be a whirlwind, your head's going to be spinning, all these things are going to through your mind, all these things you're going to have to take care of. Maybe you were blindsided by the whole thing and don't know what the heck is going on right now. But the most important thing is just take a step back and relax, take some time. You don't have to rush into doing anything right away. All right, so the number 2 thing to do right after you lose your job is to not burn your bridges. I know, trust me, I'm going through it. It's, in the moment, it feels like it'd be so satisfying to tell your boss all the ways that they have sucked as a boss, that they've been terrible to work for, whatever it may be. It might feel great to go, tell off that annoying guy in marketing, who eats tuna fish at his desk or something. But you don't want to burn your bridges on the way out. It's not a good look for you. And you never know when you're going to meet these people down the line. That boss you tell off today, you may meet 3 companies down the line, 3 jobs down the line, and oh, hey, you walk in the interview room and look who it is. So you don't want to run into those scenarios. Try to stay on as good terms as possible as you can with your coworkers and your boss and HR. It's the more professional route to take, and you'll be glad you did it, down the line. Okay, so now we're on to number 3. Now we're on to the actual actionable steps that you're going to need to take after you lose your job. You've relaxed, you took a step back, you took a couple days just to, feel yourself. You didn't tell anyone off on the way out the door, you're good, you're professional, everyone still likes you as much as they ever did. All right, now what you want to do is you want to file for unemployment. It probably won't be as much money as you were making in your paycheck. You don't have a job, you need some money coming in, those benefits are there. You can just go to your state labor unemployment website and sign up. I live in New York, I just did it, it took about 5 minutes. I was actually impressed with how easy it was considering it's a government website. So you want to file for unemployment. It'll give you some money coming in while you're looking for your next job. If you got fired from your last job for cause, you may not be able to get unemployment. But if you just got laid off, they downsized, they move your job away, whatever, you should be able to get unemployment, and you want to get that taken care of right away. Processing times vary from state to state, but the sooner you get it in, the sooner you start getting paid. So after you filed for unemployment, the next thing you want to take care of is you want to decide what you're going to do with your insurance coverage and your 401k. If you were getting your insurance coverage through your employer, chances are you're going to lose that because you don't work for them anymore. Your insurance should be good through the end of the month that you lost your job in. So if you lose your job on May 15th, you shouldn't have to worry about your insurance through the end of May. After that, however, what you can do is sign up for COBRA. It's a government program, and it allows you to get insurance through your employer for up to 18 months after that. The only catch is you gotta pay the full price. So most employer insurance coverages are subsidized. What you're paying through your paycheck is only a portion of the actual cost of that coverage. So COBRA allows you to stay on that plan a lot longer after you lose your job, and if you need coverage, it's an option, but it could end up being pretty darn expensive, and if money is tight, it might not be the best plan. Another thing you can do is sign up for the public marketplace that was set up under Obamacare. You should be able to do this as long as the Republicans haven't repealed every part of that by the time you watch this video. But losing your job, counts as a qualifying life event. So you'll be able to enroll on the exchanges and get yourself coverage that way. That's probably the more affordable option of the two between Cobra and that. So those are your options if you are on your own insurance through your employer. If you're on your spouse's insurance, you don't have to worry about a thing. As long as they still have a job, you're still good. If you weren't on your spouse's insurance, but you have a spouse, you should be able to get on their insurance because losing your job is a qualifying expense. If they were on your insurance, whatever the case may be, you should be able to hop on theirs, so that'd be another option. The next thing you want to take care of is your 401k plan. If you're contributing to your 401k plan through your employer like you should have been, you're going to need to decide what to do with that money. Now you have a couple options. One, you can leave it, with your employer. You can't contribute to it anymore, but what you've got in there, what you've got invested can stay. So if you love your 401k plan, you want to keep it there, you can do that. The next thing you can do is you can roll your 401k over into an IRA at any brokerage you want. I'm going to say this is my favorite option because rolling it over into an IRA will give you way more investment options than any 401k plan will. You'll be able to control the fees and expenses a whole lot better than in a 401k plan. You'll just have much more control over your money, over your investments. Over the course of your career, you're gonna have who knows how many jobs. You don't want 5, 10 different 401ks floating out there. So if every time you change jobs, you take that 401k plan, roll it into the IRA, then all your money's in one place, it's consolidated, a lot easier to take care of. Another option, if you so choose, is when you do find another job, you can roll your old 401k into the 401k of your new employer. So when you start contributing to that plan, you can roll the balance into there. Again, that's more of a consolidation thing, or if your new employer has a really awesome 401k plan, you love it, you can do that. That's another option. Okay, so the next thing you want to take care of is kind of the obvious one. You're going to want to update your resume. A lot of people say that even while you have a job, you should be continually updating your resume as you have new accomplishments, or you get an award, or you take on new responsibilities. You want to keep that resume constantly updated. But if we're being real, who does that? I know I don't. And I don't know anyone that does. So chances are, if you're like me, you lose your job, you gotta sit down, update your resume, think of things you've accomplished, value you've provided to the company. Your resume isn't supposed to be just like a list of duties. You want to show what you are contributing to the company. So sit down, take some time, update your resume for your last job, even go back to previous jobs before that and kind of review what you have on there. See if you still like it, if you can tweak it. One big key is tailor your resume to the different job postings you find. You'll see keywords in the job postings. Try to work those into your resume, kind of tweak your resume every time you submit it to different jobs, and that'll really help you get noticed by the recruiters, by HR, and get you in there for an interview. Kind of tangential to updating your resume is you might want to evaluate your career path. Maybe you don't like, the path your career was taking. I've been in accounting for probably 10 years now. It's where all my experience is, but is it really what I want to do for the next 10, 15, 20 years? I don't know. But you know what? I don't have a job now, and I can take that time to kind of reflect, weigh my options, kind of see what else is out there. If there's another direction I want to go in, then maybe I'll enjoy more. So if you're not in love with what you've been doing, losing your job is the perfect opportunity to reevaluate things and kind of, maybe take your career in a different direction if you want. It's kind of spinning things into a positive more than a negative. Oh, I lost my job. What do I do now? Now it's kind of, hey, I'm free. Let's find out what I want to do now, and we'll go do that. So another important thing to take care of, after you lose your job, and really you should be watching this even when you have a job, is clean up your social media accounts. Now more than ever, recruiters, hiring managers, HR, they're going to scour Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and LinkedIn, all these things, to kind of check you out before they hire you. So if you're on Twitter and you've got a lot of rants that could be considered politically incorrect, that's not really the image you want to convey to a company that's going to hire you. So either delete all that stuff, make it private, making sure they can't see it, but you definitely want to go through and see how you're projecting yourself on the different social media outlets out there. Along with the topic of social media, one thing you're going to want to do is either create or update your LinkedIn profile. To be honest, I'm not a huge fan of LinkedIn. I think the only time I ever really log into it is when I'm looking for a job. But when you're looking for a job, it's a useful tool. Tons of recruiters use it. You can network with former coworkers. Just kind of put it out there. Hey, I'm looking for a job doing this, and people will reach out to you. You can reach out to people. It's just a good way to kind of get the ball rolling and find that next opportunity. So in that same vein, the 8th thing we want to do after we lose our job is reach out to your network. Now, I know some of you are out there saying, but I don't have a network. I don't know anyone. I'm the same way. I don't know everyone in town. I don't know CEOs and hiring managers and important people at companies all over my city. But you still have, a list of people you've worked with in the past. You have friends, you have family members, and those people know people. So if you just talk to them, you don't have to go up to them and say, hey, can you find me a job? Please, I'm desperate. All you have to do is say, hey, I lost my job. Is there anyone you know? Can you just keep a lookout? If you hear of anything, reach out to those people. They may reach out to the people they know, and it's a great way to find a new job. Getting referred to a job, getting an interview that way is a whole lot better than just blindly shooting off your resume to various companies. So do what you can, contact recruiters, contact the people you work with, the people you know, and maybe they can help you out. All right, so number 9 on the list of things that we want to take care of when we lose our job is review your cash flow, review your budget, review your expenses at home. You lost your job, unemployment doesn't pay that great. It could be a week, it could be a year before you find your next job. You want to make sure you're going to be okay financially. Now is a great time, and I just did this. Now is a great time to review all the subscriptions you signed up for. Companies nowadays love getting you in subscriptions because, let's be honest, we're all too lazy to cancel them. So go through, do you really need to be paying for Netflix right now, or satellite radio, or any number of subscription services that you may have signed up for? Now's the time to cut the fat, cut your spending down as much as you can. You want to figure out what your cash flow is going to look like over the next few months, and how you can cut it back and keep yourself as comfortable as possible until you find that next job. All right, and last but certainly not least, number 10, start applying for jobs. We don't have a job, we need a job, let's go find it. Just set aside an hour or two a day, whatever you want to do, and dedicate that to searching all the online job boards for job sites, going to company websites and looking at their job postings, whatever it may be. You're not going to find a job unless you're out there looking for one. So when we don't have a job, looking for a job becomes our new job. So that's number 10. And if you've made it this far in the video and you liked what I've had to say so far, please consider giving a thumbs up, give it a like. This channel, we're going to talk about all the different ways to make money, save money, and invest our money. So if that's something you're into, please consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next video.
Just don't get enough of me.
That's not what I wanted to say. All right. Can we put coherent sentences together? It's probably a key to being a YouTuber is putting coherent sentences together. All right. Please don't make a blooper reel.